Okay, so g'day, welcome back to Gumardee's Coins and Banknotes, and in today's video, well, we're going to look at Threepence coins, and I have a whole series here of different dates, but I don't have too many of each date, generally one. So the first year we're looking at is 1912, and this is the third year of the Threepence coins, because the first one was in 1910, and it was the second year in which they issued it with George V portrait. So my coin would be in fine condition, and it looks like it's been cleaned sometime in the past. Now as for damage, you can see it turn on the side, it's actually bent. So this pretty much is just a bullion coin. So it is 92.5% silver, and when you're looking at to grade these coins, I like to use the band on the bottom of the crown, as well as some of the details on the actual clothing and just the ear. So that's how I grade that one. If we look at the coat of arms, which is the first coat of arms, that was superseded in 1912 with the current coat of arms, I like to use the star. So this should have rays and lines, and it goes to a point, but that's missing, and Advance Australia. So Advance Australia's mostly been removed. So this has no mint mark, but it was minted in the United Kingdom. Australia didn't issue or start minting coins to 1916 because they didn't have the mint facilities to mint these type of coins. Okay, so here's the Numista article on the Threepence coins, and this is the 1911 to 36 issue in which they issued them with the first coat of arms. Then later on they changed it to wheat. Okay, so the effigy is in Latin, so you can actually use this to help you. Designers Edgar McKennell, so he done the effigy. It's 1.46 grams, 16 millimeters, 92.5, and 0.8 millimeters thick. So it's pretty much a basic silver coin. So you got Melbourne Mint, Royal Mint. It's classed as part of the Royal Mint anyway. And they do have information on some overdate varieties and type of errors, but the 1912 doesn't seem to have anything. So we're 2.4 million minted in London, and it doesn't seem there's any proof. So they've started to put proof coins in, although I'd say there probably will be. And as you can see, 1913 had no coins, and if you want to know the metal value, it's about $2.50. Now, coin values, we have all coin values, and my coin, well, fine, probably very good, I would say. It's about between $16 to $40, and gives basic information again. Then we have coins in Australia, and this one has two values. So this is the Sheldon, the US, and if you go back to the actual coin page, this is the Sheldon, so this is the US system. So that's why the values look a bit different than the Australian system. And if we go further, this is the one we're using. So once again, we've got $14 to $45 for the actual coin. So it's not a cheap coin to get in low grade. And if you want an expensive one, uncirculated, be paying at least $1,000. Okay, let's see what these coins sell for. So here's one for $2. Yeah, that's probably one in, very low grade, but still higher than catalog value. $200 for, what did I say, XF? Let's have a look. Yeah, that one's XF, pretty good. What did the catalog say? XF, 500. Okay, so obviously the catalog is a lot higher than what these coins seem to be selling for. Let's see if any of them sold. Okay, $5. Yeah, so pretty much half or whatever, or third of the catalog value. $8. This one looks nice. 22. 25, but this is pretty low grade. I would probably go after that one instead. Looks pretty a lot better. Yeah, so not too many of them sold. So pretty much looking at a $4, so a bit over. Yeah, so a bit, about a third of the catalogue value. And that one's pretty beat up. So these coins would have circulated up until 1966 when they were withdrawn. So a lot of the earlier coins will be harder to get in fine grade. So as you can see, this one seems to have, so yeah, probably very fine. The catalog says 145, and that sold for 60 or so, pretty much half, under half. And it looks like it's got ghosting on it as well. So anyway, that's what you should be paying for one of these coins. And as you can see, there's a lot of UK coins mixed up in it. And at the time, UK coins were still circulating in Australia. They were probably not being issued. They were slowly being taxed out. But there was just not enough Australian coins to actually fully replace them. So they would have circulated into the 30s. And even after that, but with the Threepence coins, the United Kingdom changed them to a brass coin. So they would have dropped out of circulation quite easily. Now this one, is that worth catalog 150, 68 bucks. So yeah, some people do put that in. They're usually the longer coin sellers. This one 95. That one, yeah, very fine condition, so that's pretty good. In the US it will be EF condition. So that one is actually what you should be looking for, but probably trying to get a lower price. Okay, then you got a lot of other coins. So as you can see, it's getting confused with UK and Australian coins, but a lot of the damaged coins, so these are probably a bit high price for me for the actual condition that they're in. 650. What's the highest that they got? So highest, okay, 2,500, but it's not an uncirculated. You can see this damage on the rim, so that's just an overpriced coin. Here we have one that's graded AU58, and that will be EF in Australia. So not almost uncirculated in Australia. Extremely fine. It's pretty much a lot of detail removed from the star, and I can still see the 8 pearls. I can see it has some wear and tear on the actual coin. Okay, so there's no errors known that are unique just to this date, but what you need to look for is die cracks and cuds. So we have one cud that's been found between P and E and pence. That's about it, but we need a lot more coins to do an analysis of any type of errors that are found. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.